Hello, everybody.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey y'all, welcome to Safar TV. Yes, sir. It is a Saturday, and it is the 6th of August.
Right,
Yeah?
that's right.
And it's raining outside. And the sun was coming out, and then it started raining. But we thank God for the rain, because we need it.
We do.
Yeah,
we need it.
Hey y'all, you remember the topic I put up for Safar today? Validation begins in you. Yeah, it starts in you. And I'm going to give you a brief definition of validation. It's a recognition of affirmation that a person or their feelings or opinions are validated, worthwhile. Are you stuck in this situation? I know that I was for a long time, even through my childhood, all the way up to my adulthood, believe it or not, wanting validation.
Yeah.
You know, it's a place where you try to receive affirmation, whether it be from your parents, and it usually starts somewhere near that area of in a sandbox when you're in kindergarten, you know, wanting to be validated by your friends, trying to fit in, you know, you're the new kid on the block, you know, you want affirmation, you know, want affirmation from people. It starts from there, you know. I'm gonna give you a brief story of mine that I struggled with validation a lot, because being a PK kid, for those that don't know, means preacher kid. Of course, I'm not a kid anymore, but starting off at my dad's church at the age of 14, actually was a church musician, choir director. It was just a gift that I had that I loved doing. You know, I really wasn't looking for anything. I just enjoyed doing what I did, which was the directing the music. I loved it. It always fascinated me. But it became to a point where God called me into it, equipped me to do it, but still waiting for validation. I received it more from my mom than my dad. I think I know why my dad didn't do it, because of the position that he held. And then he was trying to make a point for me not to depend on validation. But my mom did it to encourage me, and I knew that her reasons were positive.
Yeah.
You know, to validate your child. You always want to validate your child, you know. Growing up for that, and then it goes into your teenage years, trying to fit in validation with your peers in school, whether it be in high school, college, and it just drizzled down even into your adulthood.
Can I give mine?
Sure.
About validation, my story. For some people that don't know me and didn't know me growing up, you would think that I always had it together, but I haven't always had it together. I remember from elementary school all the way through junior high, and a little bit through high school, that I was actually bullied a lot.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that about me. And so when I was younger, I wanted to fit in. I wanted to do things to be accepted into the group. But it's almost like at a certain point where I just realized that, you know, to have that approval and acceptance, it had this, like Stan was saying earlier, it starts with us.
Yeah.
It starts within us. And it has to do that, because I know I would kind of just try to fit in, or was the kind of person that would just kind of go along with things. Not anything bad, but I would never voice my opinion on what I wanted to do, because I always felt inferior. I mean, my self-esteem was low because of the bullying, and then I didn't feel very good about myself, so I was an overachiever in trying to do that too. But getting back to validation, as I got older, I don't think it was more so of trying to get accepted. And sometimes people will call you, a people pleaser. And for me, I don't think it was necessarily that. It's that I didn't like conflict.
Yeah.
I didn't like conflict.
Yeah.
You remember what I used to tell you about my grandparents?
Yeah.
Now I'm being transparent, and any family members, please don't get upset with me today. This is being said in love. Okay, what do you remember I told you about?
You said they argued all the time.
Right. When I was younger, we knew they loved each other, but every single day they would argue about the food's not cooked good, or it's not hot enough, or when you gonna have it ready. You know, it was constant conversations where it would just turn into just bickering and fussing. And I think for me, it wasn't so much of that I was trying to please people. It was like I didn't like conflict. So it kind of manifested in a different way, in that I would try to do things to be like a mediator all the time, and to escape that kind of thing of not the conflicts. So sometimes validation takes on different forms in that, in the way it affects you. You know, it can affect you in different ways. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I know it can. Emotionally, it can attach itself where it literally messes with your self-esteem.
Yeah.
The validation, not being a part of something or a group or anything of a sort like that. I mean, my thing was to be a part of the music industry. I have some brothers that's actually doing great things in the music ministry. Fantastic things that I wish I could do. But unfortunately, you know, and it's not unfortunately, I think that we have been cut in different ways, and we're ministered in different arenas, in different places, in different ways. Because it all becomes together as a body of work.
Yeah.
You know, and a body of ministry, you know, whether we get the top 10 hit or whatever on the charts, or get recognition from any kind of award shows or whatever. You know, I wanted that. Truthfully, I did. You know, but I found out that wasn't my place at the season at the time. Truth be told, I don't think I would have been ready.
Right.
You know, for that kind of accolade, that reception of being received in that area. But still, you know, the validation it gives you a place of approval.
Right.
Like somebody's approving me. You know, but that can also be damaging. You know, where you depend on that, and next thing you know, you become an addict. Trying to be validated.
Right.
You know, you're always going to look for validation.
And when you said that, that made me think about a comedian was talking about when he was growing up, his mother, he was of mixed heritage. He was biracial. His mother was Asian, and he was like, you know, he would be doing things, and she was like, "Do you need to get a cookie for everything that you do? You're just supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it. You shouldn't have to have a cookie or a reward every time because you did something." You know, and they talk a lot about with kids and in sports and different things as far as validation about, you know, you have to keep in mind that there's going to be winners and there's going to be a losing team, right?
Yeah, right.
You got to keep that in mind. And so everybody shouldn't be getting a trophy for just participating. You know, you got to perform in a certain level so that you do get recognition. But I know in this day and time, sometimes I've heard other people say parents wants to give too much praise and always for everything. But no, you know, we have to teach our children how to validate themselves and be happy with themselves. And part of the process is what do you think that we can do to make our kids be feel more approved or more acceptable as parents?
Well, within, you have to, it starts within where you teach at the home base.
Yeah.
It starts at home. Everything starts at home.
Yeah.
You know, don't depend on the school or anybody else to do it. You do it. You're the parent. You know, first to teach your child his own personal or her own personal value, how valuable they are. First of all, it starts with that. You know, you have to give those positive accolades and those positive seeds that you sow into their life.
Yeah.
It starts there, where they have to, you know, you teach your children how to first love themselves and tell them what love is first, and don't expect anything back in return when you do good things.
Right.
You know, because sometimes you're not going to get anything in return if you do a good deed. And it's okay. And you have to teach them that it's okay not to receive something back. But it has to start within your home, your teaching. I don't know how you guys did it, but with Aaron, we taught him a lot of things about knowing who he was and being proud of who he was as a young man, you know, and then to teach him about lifestyles that we lived in front of them. Because kids don't understand words majority of the time. They understand the life you live. They're watching you.
Right.
You know, they're reflecting what they see.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Because I know we used to, we would have, Aaron was very competitive.
Yeah, it was.
So we would used to talk to him ahead of time. He was competing on different events and say, okay, we know we expect you to just go out here and do your best. And, you know, you may win, and it's a possibility that you may not win. So, because we don't always win everything that we compete in, or things that we try to achieve, and we don't always, we're not always able to be the winner or come out on top, and that's okay.
Right.
But we would have to have those conversations with him, that you're still great, you're wonderful, but you know, we always. As adults, we're not always able to be the winner in the situation. We're not always going to be the one getting the blue ribbon or the first place. And that's okay. That's okay, because there's always going to be somebody that their talent, they may be able to do it better than you, but they can't do it what you do.
Right.
You are you are who you are.
Right.
And so you're not going to necessarily have to compare yourselves. And I think a lot of times that's what happens. You've seen a lot of people do that.
I've seen a lot of people do that, and a lot of people struggle with that, and a lot of people literally had, like issues with it. You know what I'm saying? With their own self. And that's what comes into the next situation. What about, I tell, in this section, walk in your own self-validation.
Yeah.
Walking what God's designed for you, and embrace the you. Embrace the you, embrace your beauty. It's a lot of people, you grow up in life, people are cold. Some people are. They can tell you you're not pretty enough, or you're too black, or you're too light, or you're too this, or you're too that, you're too fat, you're too skinny. Learn to embrace yourself. That is your own personal validation. Embrace your beauty. Embrace your intelligence that God's given you, and He's designed you to love you.
Right.
And so a lot of our, like I said, a lot of our youth is going through this peer pressure thing of not learning how to validate themselves, to love themselves. Even adults going through it, believe it or not. I ain't gonna just put it on the kids, but the adults going through it too. Learning how to be good enough for you. If learning how to know that your love is worth it, that you're worth loving yourself, because it all starts with you. You can't love nobody until you love yourself. That self-validation, it started with me, even with the music, because when I started getting into where God started teaching me how to write these songs, which I wish He would have given me 30 years ago. It
wasn't the right time. Remember, timing's a lot too. That's a lot to do with
timing has a whole lot. And so she's right. I wouldn't have been ready.
You wasn't ready yet.
I had to go through something. I can't really write anything until I experience life experience.
Right.
And it takes years even to do that. But really, the songs, I'm thinking that is for other people. But God said, no. When you write these songs, they're really for you. That's your personal testimony. And it's to really edify your spirit, man, edify you. This is another method of building your own validation. Not to be arrogant, but to embrace the you.
And build self-confidence.
And build self-confidence. Because these songs I was writing, I'm like, wow, it really reflected me. And so, and therefore I could not release something unless I personally experienced it, or know that it's talking to me, or it's showing me. One of the songs that I wrote, I wrote so many.
Which one was it you're thinking about? Recent one? No.
Continue on. Continue On actually started where we was on the coast. I think we was on the coast. We was at Duck Donuts. I'm giving Duck Donuts a plug.
You're talking about
The Outer Banks. Yeah, we was on Outer Banks. You remember? And that young man he was in training, and his supervisor put him on blast.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good.
And it really made everybody go like, "What?" Because it stuck out that bad and big that the young man dropped his head in shame.
Yeah, yeah.
And right then and there, that song came out, Continue On. You know, don't let nobody try to hold you down. Keep your head up. Keep your feet on the cloud. You've been through storms like this before, and you will continue on.
Yeah.
You know, when that young man head dropped, I literally saw me. I said, that's me. You know, that happened to me. You know, he's trying to do his best to gain validation from his supervisor, thinking that I'm doing a great job. And his supervisor, you ought to know this by now. Put him on blast, you know?
Yeah.
You know, those things. And whether I get an award or recognition or whatever, it doesn't matter. Long as I'm validated with myself and my songs that God's given me. Because like I said, it starts with me. And if it inspires other people, hey, thank God.
That would be good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But even that, thank you. Even if you support me in my music, thank you. But also realize validation. You got to validate yourself. I'm glad that we have words that we can encourage people, but still, when the music stops, you still got to validate you.
And can I inject just a
sure
thing? Some of the things that we can do, and I know people probably have heard this before, and you'd be thinking, oh, that's stupid, that's lame, it doesn't work, but it can work for you. And it's just doing positive affirmations.
Yeah.
You know, whether or not you're writing them down, which you probably should write them down. Some people write them down, put them on their mirror, put them in places that they know that they're going to see.
You're all up in my scripture.
Am I in your stuff?
You're in my
I'm
scripture.
just jumping up a little bit here.
You're in my scripture.
Am I ahead? Too far ahead?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, evangelist.
But what I'm saying...
Preach that word.
What I'm saying is it may not be comfortable, because I know that when I first tried doing it, you don't feel comfortable. You know, some people can't say to themselves, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm magnificent, I'm intelligent, I'm smart. And so it may take you just starting to write down some things, some positive things that you see about yourself and that you can say about yourself, and say them every day before you start your day. Every day before you start your day. Affirm yourself by positive affirmations. The things that you say to yourself and speak out into the atmosphere.
Right.
About yourself. You have to begin somewhere, and that's the start. So
that's a major start.
I'm not trying to take over y'all. I'm just trying to.
Well, she was gonna give me my own personal spot today, but
I'm trying.
I know she couldn't hold out, but I know she can't hold out for so long.
But you know,
it's all good, babe.
We're a team.
We are. But she preaching my word.
Okay, go ahead.
She's in my scripture, y'all.
Don't continue.
I'm gonna give it to you since she already passed out the plate for offering and tithes and stuff.
Go ahead.
My God. Well, anyhow, Habakkuk 2:2, one of my favorite scriptures, and I know it's one of yours. Evangelist Flake has already hit on it. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Well, anyhow, and everybody, if you don't know this, please understand this is a good affirmation. I love it.
Okay.
Write the vision. Yeah, make it plain upon tables, vision boards. That's
what we talked about before, vision boards, yeah.
Upon the tables, that's a vision board. Holla. That he may run that read it. And my explanation for that is like people will be coming to see and possibly invest in you. They want to see it. They might want to see your evidence. You know what I'm saying? What you writing down. For the vision is for an appointed time.
There goes timing again.
Here we go with the timing again.
It's God's timing.
God's timing. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. That means it's going to come to pass. though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come.
Yeah.
It will not tarry, which it means it will not delay or be tardy in acting or doing.
Mm-hmm.
It will not delay or be tardy. So, I mean, these things, this is a serious affirmation.
Yes.
You know, we ain't trying to have church with y'all.
You're just trying
But we're just trying to give you some basic
truths, yeah.
truths, some basic gold nuggets that you can really dig your teeth into and make some root in.
Mm-hmm.
For real. You know, this is something that will give you hope.
Right.
Is that the word?
Yes, hope.
Give you hope about vision, you know, about setting goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while it tarries, that means while it's going through, you know, don't rush the process. While it's going through the process, still continue to do your work and your research on whether it be a business, whether it be a book, whether it be a digital radio station.
Right.
I got some people doing it now and doing it well.
Right.
I can't give out the names right now. I can't do it. I wish I could. Brothers and sisters, you know who you are. Hallelujah. And yeah, I mean, they doing their thing.
Yeah,
okay?
it's doing a great job.
Doing a great job. And your book, being an artist, being a songwriter, being a dancer. You know, I'm a witness with my niece, Antonetta Flake Wall. Azzy Wall is her stage name. I'm giving a shout out to you, baby.
Yeah.
That's my baby, yo.
Sweetie.
But yeah, she's doing her thing, okay? You know, she's a mother of 3, married to a great man. You know, and, you know, came up with the Deep Roots, me and her, you know what I'm saying? But, and it did like you know, because of what she believed, and she had the validation within herself, she didn't wait for nobody to validate her. She knew what God put inside of her and the gift. She just needed somebody to help her along the way, which was me, her Uncle Stanley, which was no problem because it's my baby, you know what I'm saying? And so when it came out to the collaboration that we did, it happened like with a quick work.
Yeah, it did.
Where she started from like a showcase in Greensboro to a showcase in Atlanta.
Yeah, she's been traveling.
And at the GMWA, I believe, at the time. And then to have also herself been a teacher of the, I can't even call it the spiritual dance. What is it called?
That's right. Just leave it at that.
The spiritual dance.
Praise dance.
The praise dance. Being the, you know, the teacher of that. I mean, things started rolling, but...
Don't forget Juneteenth. She did
Oh, yeah, she did the Juneteenth.
She did a Juneteenth event, I think, in Greensboro.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't give this name out. Can I give this name out? That helped her, that actually acknowledged her to do it.
Okay.
And that's Sister Linda Greenwood.
Yeah, she helped
sister,
a whole lot with helping her.
You know, helped her move forward, open a door, open the crack of the door. My niece kicked it down.
Been rolling ever since.
Been rolling ever since. And so, but that self-validation, that was already in her. You know, I can stand, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Not going to hold me down. I know what to do. I got to do my homework. I don't mind doing my homework. And I say, you know, along the way, you might go through a little storm, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But keep it moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And so the thing of it is, can I just...
Surely.
The thing of it is... The thing of it is, too, is just to try and kind of tie everything together is the fact that when you're making those positive affirmations every day, you are building up yourself, encouraging yourself, and starting to take steps in the direction of where it is that you know God has called you to do, or what your purpose is. You know, It may not be just a spiritual thing, but what your purpose is, what you're called to do, what your purpose is. So as you start doing that, and I'm going to challenge everybody that's listening to us, if you would just write down these positive affirmations, say all the wonderful things about yourself that you want to say, put it in writing, put it in front of you on your mirror, put it in your car, on your in your dashboard, anywhere. Just put it somewhere that you're going to see it every morning. Most people go to the bathroom, so that's why they tend to. But do that. I challenge you to do it for, what we're going to say, for 30 days.
Yeah.
And once you see a big difference of what's happening in your life, and as you start, the more positive you are about yourself and the things you're speaking out in the atmosphere, you'll start seeing changes. You'll notice it may not be big changes, but it's going to start taking you in the direction of where you go. That vision that you've been given to do, or the project or business, that it's going to start taking you in that direction. But if you could just do it for 30 days.
Yeah.
Every single day for 30 days. Call out those affirmations.
Speak those things
in
as
the
though
morning
they
before
were.
you start your day.
Yeah. Speak those things as though they were. This is the call of validation that we're giving out to you. It's a call. It's a calling that we're giving out to you. It's, I'll put it this way. It's a life or death situation.
But then we talked about too, you remember,
But speak life.
Yeah, that you have to do that.
Yeah.
Because for some of us, we've had those negative voices. I remember you talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
The negative voices in your head of what other people have either said to you, or the thoughts in your head that you say to yourself. If you start hearing any negative thought in your head, or anybody say anything negative to you, don't receive it. Don't even open up your spirit to it. Keep it moving, and you say a positive confession. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it to yourself in your mind, but you can control those thoughts, because that's what, when the enemy comes in or anybody tries to distract you, deter you, to keep you from moving forward, those negative thoughts or those negative statements will be made. And so you got to resist them. Don't allow it in. Don't receive it. Just keep saying, confessing those positive things over yourself. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And I'm saying this simply because that there have been people that I know, and probably people that you know, and maybe even yourself, where people have told you, you never be nothing. You ain't no good. You look just like your daddy. I hate you. I wish you were never born. You know, there are all kinds of things that we have all, to some degree, experienced that were negative, where people were telling us that we couldn't do something, we weren't fit, we weren't acceptable, we were not lovable. But God is saying today, and I'm saying to you, believe that you are the wonderful, amazing, intelligent, fantastic, loving, capable, whatever adjectives you want to add to yourself. Believe that, and say it every single day before you start your day. And you'll notice your days will go a little bit better.
Oh, yes.
Your days will go a little bit better. I'm sorry.
No. I felt the anointing.
So just do that.
I mean, woo.
Don't accept that negative
My God,
stuff. I don't care who it's coming from.
What you do?
Mama, daddy, brother, sister, husband, wife. You don't have to accept the negative.
Well,
it's a new day.
You preaching.
It's a new day.
I mean, you. Okay.
I'm sorry.
My God,
I was gonna try, you know.
No. Go for beastly. Be a beast.
But yeah.
My God, do what you. My God.
Because you're amazing. You're wonderful.
Well.
God calls you special.
Yes.
There is.
I know we don't.
A purpose.
You over here. Now she coming
for
down.
you.
Now you coming down from the mountain. I want you to stay up there. Stay up there.
There is a purpose for you.
Woo.
What was it? I did a sermon one time. What was it? I was created to defy gravity.
Oh yeah.
Remember when I did that?
That was hot.
And that was focusing on the fact that it was on the scripture where Jesus was walking on the water and Peter saw him. And so, you know, he extended the invitation for him to come. He's like, oh man, maybe I can't do that. But he did finally do that, and he was able to walk on the water. And I was telling the people when I was sharing the message with them that when I was younger, and they had posted on the news about man walking on the moon. I was like, that ain't real. I was like, they must have just made that up. That's not real. And so the way it led into that with the sermon was that he defied gravity. When Jesus walked on the water, he defied gravity.
Wow.
He overcame the principle of gravity by walking on the water, just like the man did on the moon. Anti-gravity.
All right.
And we, so we don't really think about that. But some of those things that they did, whether it was on the moon, it was done many years way before our time. Things about that.
Right.
So we have to be able to stand and walk in faith and know that no matter what we have set in place. I'm sorry, I keep leaning the other way.
Yeah, I don't know. She like she don't want to be with me or something. I'm like,
no, that's not it. But no matter what,
see how you're so cute.
You can achieve anything.
Sorry, let me
you can achieve. Be serious. Okay.
Okay.
You can achieve anything that you set your mind to, but you just got to believe it. You got to have the faith to know that you have so many gifts that you've been blessed with. So many talents you've been blessed with. You probably haven't been using even 2/3 or 1/3 of what you're able to do. So I'm encouraging you, to go. Just start dreaming again. If your God is calling you to write, or there's a purpose for that, or whatever. If you have a dream to have your own salon or your own restaurant, the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
Because there are people that are doing it and have been doing it forever. And if they can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah. Don't
count yourself out. Don't sell yourself short, and don't limit yourself, because the sky's the limit. You can go as far as you want to be, go far and be as much as you want to be, and accomplish those great things. And so we're on the point now that we're trying to walk out our own stuff. But in the past, we didn't believe that. But now we've come to a place in life you got to believe. There are people that never had a degree, but they're millionaires.
That's true.
So you don't have to have a college degree to accomplish some of the things that you want to do.
That's true.
You just got to have the drive, the determination, and a plan.
All right. Well, we're going to do the benediction.
I'm sorry. Trying to be good. I was trying not to say that. But
I took over my show.
I was sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
No, next time I'm going to do it by myself. I took over my show.
But I wanted to make sure that you guys know that everybody that's listening right now, we love you so much, and we want to see you prosperous. We want to see you grow and do big things.
Yeah.
And we're here to back you up. If you need us, call us.
Yeah,
you know that we're here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we're gonna do the benediction on that. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody say amen.
Amen.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. We done took the offering. Mother done delivered the message.
Altar call, right?
Altar call has been called. And the only thing I can do as a musician is play the benediction music.
What's the benediction music?
All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. She ain't gonna be with me next time. No, she gonna be with me. She gonna be with me. My baby gonna be with me, because I can't do this without jack up. But anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, go ahead.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. All right, we love you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I'll be right. Go ahead.
Yeah.